How to play the D minor 7th chord. When we refer to D minor 7th in guitar music, tablature and chord charts, it's usually simply Dm7. Now let's play a D minor 7th chord. Firstly, press the first finger in the first fret of both the B and the top E string. This is achieved by putting the finger on its side. Then press the second finger in the second fret of the G string. Now strum. You'll notice in the chord chart that both the bottom E string and the A string have an X on them. These mean that you don't play either of those two strings. So when you strum the D minor 7th chord, you only strum the top 4 strings. Now, let's see a D minor 7th formed again, but this time with a guitar. Firstly, press the first finger in the first fret of the B and top E string on its side. Then, press the second finger in the second fret of the G string. And now strum. If your D minor 7th doesn't sound correct, the first thing you need to do is double check your tuning. So take all the fingers off the guitar and then play each string one by one. If your guitar sounds obviously out of tune, pause the video here and tune it up. Otherwise, if you're not sure and you need to check it with a tuner, do so now. Once you know your guitar's in tune, re-finger the chord. So, press the first finger in the first fret of both the B and the top E string, and then press the second finger in the second fret of the G string, and now strum. If your chord still sounds wrong and you can't tell what the problem is, try playing each note one by one. By doing this, you should be able to hear which string or strings are causing the problem. If the problem's with a fingered note, then you need to firstly check that the finger is correctly placed between the frets. Check it's not overlapping the frets or even in the wrong fret or the wrong string. Once that's done, check you're pressing hard enough. One of the most common problems when people are first learning to play the guitar is they don't quite press hard enough. Now try the chord again, note by note. If your D minor 7th chord still doesn't sound right, you'll need to play again with the finger positions and also the thumb position. The thumb position is very important, and by moving it down towards the floor, it brings the fingers around the guitar and onto their tips. This means that the fingers will sit more cleanly on the strings and not overlap onto other strings. So try that and then try the chord again, note by note. An important note it's worth pointing out is that the first finger can overlap onto 3 strings if you prefer. This sounds harder, but many people actually find it easier because it causes the second finger to come more onto its tip and makes it more accurate in pressing down that second fret. There is also an alternative way of fingering this chord. It's not commonly used, but if you find you struggle getting the first finger across 2 strings, you could try it this way. So let's look at how that's played. Firstly, press the first finger in the first fret of the B string. Then press the second finger in the first fret of the top E string. Finally, press the third finger in the second fret of the G string, and now strum. Let's see that done again with the guitar. Firstly, press the first finger in the first fret of the B string. Then press the second finger in the first fret of the top E string. Finally, press the third finger in the second fret of the G string. And now strum. Whichever way you choose to play the chord isn't important in the end, as long as it sounds right and you're enjoying playing the guitar.